What are the benefits of API testing when compared to UI or unit testing? So, like I talked about before, unit testing should be the components themselves in the code. So they are not reaching outside of themselves to test things. So a unit test will have mocking instead of making calls to other APIs or whatever that it should be doing, or other functions even. So it will say that, this function call that I'm making is always going to return true so that my unit test passes. An API test is going to actually call that function, and that function is going to actually call the other function and get the response back. So you get a more real life view of what the code is actually doing than what a unit test can do. And then UI testing is just kind of like the top layer. So you have like the unit tests, integration or API tests, and then UI tests. So the UI test is pulling everything kind of together, plus JavaScript and CSS and everything. So a UI can pull together multiple APIs. You could have just a whole variety of things kind of there working together, so that adds a whole other layer of complexity. So I like to get the API tests kind of done and figured out, so I know that the business logic that is behind what the API or what the UI is using is solid, so that when I'm doing my UI testing, I know that it's not necessarily at the API level. Like I can start looking at JavaScript errors or things like that, and how things are kind of pulled together. So all layers of testing have their own benefits, their own merit. But I find that doing API testing, in addition to the UI testing and the unit testing, it has made my life as a tester so much easier, and it's less of a pain in the butt to test, because I know kind of by the time I get to the UI test, I have a good starting point. Like I know that the application's in kind of a good place. I just have to check the terrible thing that's JavaScript, which is not my favorite. But check that everything is kind of working together there.